being a
No, it
cameraman.
needs to be a bit lower because you're too small now.
I am small.
Wait, do it.
No, it's all right. I don't mind being a bit small. This is what happens when you let fighters mess with your camera equipment. And you know me, I'm not editing this out. But I'm joined. Look at this.
Here we go. We're ready?
You know what? Welcome that. Yeah, it carries on. I don't edit anything out.
That's all right.
I'm joined by Barnsley's very own Callum Simpson.
I've gone for Barnsley red. That's what Michael wanted. I said red. Barnsley red.
First of all, I've got to remember my manners. And I've got to apologise.
You're always apologising to me.
I know. It feels like it's getting to become a bit of a habit.
It is.
Steve Woodall, who you stopped.
The one you doubted me again.
No, I didn't doubt you. I just know that he's a good boxer.
Yeah.
But the thing, what you did is you made him not look as good as he actually is because of your skill. And I mean that as no disrespect.
I agree.
And it's tough because people that don't know Steed will judge him off that performance and say, oh, for those that know boxing, he's a good boxer.
Yeah.
But you know what? Over to you, Callum.
I think that fight, obviously, it showed my levels, obviously. I think it's hard to look good against him. It's hard to, he's a spoiler, but even that, I think I might have lost one round and drew a round with Chelly. I dominated the fight. With Steve Woodall, people like yourself, a lot of people in the, boxing media, trainers that I respect massively, were saying really good things about him, saying like, oh, why have you took this fight? Like, this is a risky fight. Why have you took this fight? And I'm just like, listen, but a lot of people haven't seen what I can do. But yeah, so for me, we showed the level that I'm at, and made him look like what we just did to Leron Richards, who former IBO European and everything else. No one's ever done that to him, and I did that within 2 rounds. So yeah, I think it just shows. I think people are going to see the levels as I'm stepping up, and it's going to show. Yeah.
Well, what I liked, what you did is you nullified absolutely everything that he tried to come forward with. One of the shots that you don't usually use as much, but I saw you use, was the jab.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I always said. I wonder what Callum's jab's like.
Yeah.
Because you're like, to me, your most impressive fights are when you get on the inside because you're vicious and nasty on the inside.
Yeah.
But that jab, he could not get past it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? So when you talk about working on things, when you talk about improving, talk to us about that.
Yeah, listen, I've had a good jab for a long time. I've always had a good jab, but
I didn't know that. So,
but I just don't show it, because my style is a come forward pressure fighter. I like to get on the inside.
There you go.
Put my punches in bunches. But for me, that's what gets me. That's what I enjoy doing. But as we step up in the levels, we knew we were going to have something to come forward, try and let me land on me coming forward and on the way in. So the first round was just for me, get on the jab, keep the range, keep the distance, get my range, and it couldn't get past it.
It
went very from the jab to the body, up jab, strong jabs, pouring jabs, touching jabs, mixing them up, and just trying to see what worked, and they all seem to work.
Showing us what you've got then, because like you said, you've always had that in your arsenal, you've always had that in your back pocket. What was it in this fight that made sure you brung it out? Because you fought boxers before, you fought like boxer punchers before. This is not the first boxer puncher that you fought before. It's all right. It's one of them, isn't it? It's only October Red.
I don't think I've fought anyone. Well, before... So I'm going to walk past that. But no, before this fight, basically what me and my coach do, or my coach really does, is he looks at the fighter who I've got, and he knows how the trainers are, and he kind of, if he was them, what would they do to try and beat me? And we thought he's going to try and work off my gameness, which he said in an interview as well. He's going to try and work, try to use my eagerness against me. He's going to try and catch me coming forward, try and catch me this. I'll show you we've got the tactic. So he kind of put up what they think their tactics are, what their game plan's going to be, and then from what we think they're going to do, what we should do.
Chess.
And one of them things was to work off the jab, keep the range, especially the first couple of rounds, work the range. So for this fight, we're work on the jab. Let's get the jab out. Well, not even just the jab, just a left hand, where it's a jab to body, pouring, feinting, mixing it up, surprise him, and see what he comes back with. And
nothing.
He tried, but again, he didn't get chatting. Obviously,
I know there was and I said it as well. I thought they probably could have. The stoppage was a bit early, and that was my honest opinion. But the fight was only going one way, so it's like, what do you do? But you know what? Chapter closed. Mm-hmm. Straight out again. Your opponent was just saying, I'm not going to attempt to pronounce his surname because it's gone now. But you right back in it again, Callum.
Yeah, Elvis Aragora, I think.
Yes, well done.
Yeah, Aragora, I think, anyway.
Amazing.
I'm not too sure. Call him Elvis. But yeah, let's say we're back out. 3 weeks later, I got
3 weeks.
3 weeks. I literally had a meeting with my manager Kevin the Saturday after my fight, so a week after, and he was like, "How was your weight?" And I was like, mind your business. What's it to you?" Obviously, I don't know if your face looked big or what. And they said, "Are you fit?" And I was like, "I've been in the gym every day, twice most days since on Monday." And he said, "Do you want to fight in 2 weeks?" I was like, "Yeah." 2 right. He said, "You're not going to ask where or who?" I said, "It don't matter. Like, I might, if you're asking me, I know it's a good fight." So, yeah, on a good card, another good show. Chief support as well, good slot. So yeah, I'm buzzing, man. Getting straight back out.
What do you know about him? I know it's a bit short notice, like you said. Have you even managed to have a look at him, or?
I've had a little look at him, but there's not too much footage. But yeah, he was supposed to. I know he was supposed to fight on the Liverpool card. He was supposed to fight on the Liverpool card against Mark Jeffries, I think. But he got caught. But I think it didn't happen because of his visa or something. Then he was supposed to fight Callum Simpson in 2 weeks as well.
On the GBM show?
Yeah, next week on the GBM show. So, whatever reason, that's not happening. So, yeah, he's fit. He's been in camp for 2 fights close together. So, yeah, it's going to be a big opportunity for him. He's going to be coming to win. 13 wins, 12 knockouts. So, yeah, it looks like a big puncher, but we'll see fight night, man.
Listen, I wish you all the best for that, but I've got to just slightly skim over something. I know, like I said, you're super middle. Yeah, you're comfortable at the weight. Mm-hmm. But maybe me would like to see you at light heavyweight. I know I've said it before, because I know that you sometimes spar heavier weights than you, and a name that's been thrown in the mix is Liam Cameron. Both from that side of the world, that side of the UK. Yeah. If that were to happen, I know it's like there's no animosity, so there's none of that. It's literally, let's make some money together. Yeah. Let's put on a good show for the fans. Talk to us about that, Callum.
Yeah, we're both two very hard-working Yorkshire lads.
Yeah.
You know, South Yorkshire as well. East Sheffield and Barnsley. We've got the venue, Oakwell Football Stadium, or Barnsley Football Stadium, Oakwell, East Sheffield and Barnsley. Let's get it on, local derby. He'll bring his support, I'll bring my support. It'll be a massive event. Like everyone saw the event that we put on in Barnsley against Chelsea, and no one really knew who it was. So imagine if we could have that, it'd be absolutely. You're probably the biggest. For me, it's the biggest domestic fight, massive. And obviously Liam's a top lad. Yeah, he's light heavyweight, but before he got the belt for the first time. We were talking about we were talking about defending for the British against him, but then he got the Whittaker offer, so obviously more money for that. So yeah, so we said it. I spoke to. I've messaged his manager. I messaged Liam. I said, listen, if that the rematch doesn't happen, the fight's there for you. The venue's set, the date's pretty much almost set. It's there for you. Massive, and what an event that'll be.
A nice domestic, especially like you said, both South Yorkshire lads.
Yeah.
And that puts a bit of a highlight on your side of the country as well.
Exactly, yeah.
Because let's face it, it doesn't really. I know you get like the Sheffield Arena, you get all of that, but like a Yorkshire derby, it's nice, isn't it?
It'd be massive, and I think now like the clout and the momentum that
both of you,
Liam's got from the Whittaker fight, and obviously what I've been doing recently as well. You know, back-to-back headliners, back out again in 3 weeks. You know, British Commonwealth, WBO, whatever, champion, whatever. I don't even know what belts I've got these days. Too many straps. Too many. I don't even know. I've got now. Yeah. Should see me trying to carry them all. Yeah. Right. Too many. I need a belt carrier. But yeah, so you know, it'd be a massive event, and for me, Liam Cameron deserves the opportunity. Like I said, I've known him many years, sparred him since I was like 18-year-old and I was younger. So when he was Commonwealth champ, I was sparring him. When he was before the Commonwealth, I was sparring him for those fights. So I've known him for years, and when I was a kid coming through amateurs, going into championships and stuff like that. So I've known him years. Even we sparred. Last time we sparred probably start of last year as well. And I said to him after the spar, I said, I'm going to fight for British this year. This is before the Chelsea fight we even announced or confirmed. I said, listen, I'm going to win the British this year. When I do, I promise you a voluntary defence. They went, I'll hold you to that. And again, before the Whittaker fight got announced, he did a few media things saying, Callum's promised for this. I want him to stand by his word.
Right. Okay. So it's always kind of on the cards.
So it's always been said. But then Whittaker happened. Trying to get the rematch on. Obviously, that'll be a massive fight for him again. But
if it happens,
that's it. If it doesn't happen, the fight's there for him. The fight's there.
How have you found it then, your career, Callum? When you to sum up your career, like I said, I know you've done the small hall first. You big ticket seller. You buy your audience. Your audience has bought into who you are as a fighter.
Yeah.
How's it been, the pro game for you, as under the big lights, signing with Boxer?
I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it from the beginning.
Better than you thought it was going to be, or what you expected?
I try not to expect too much, to be honest. Okay. I don't want to think. Yeah, I try not to expect. Yeah, I try not to keep my expectations low. And
can't be disappointed then. Yeah,
that's it. But yeah, it's been unbelievable. You know, I think just like everything that I kind of dreamt of as a kid, you know, finding the how many boxing match I've been to at Manchester Arena, you know, O2 Arena, and I'm fighting on them cards, and then I'm headlining at my hometown football stadium, then I'm headlining again in Sheffield, and then, you know, there's still plenty of things I've still got loads of goals and ambitions, but yeah, we're well on the way to ticking them all off, and yeah, I'm just enjoying the journey as well. Like, you know,
It's
we're down
always
in
a
London,
journey.
nice weather, gotta enjoy it, man. Gotta enjoy
Nice
it.
weather it is, because it's bloody more freezing where you are. Down it's freezing.
Yeah.
When you look at your path, then I know you're talking about your belts and God, it's so hard to carry them all. What do you want by the end of the year?
End of the year, I want to win the British. There's that many options. We've got a few options. So it's 3 different options. One, win the British outright.
Okay.
And finish with a European title shot. So ideally, I defend my British at Oakwell, and then I'll defend it again at the end of the year, maybe for a European at the same time. We'll see what's available. If not, Oakwell, I want to fight maybe someone top 10 world ranked, world title eliminator.
I was about to say, yeah.
Top 10 world ranking, world title eliminator. Not even if it's not a final eliminator, but someone to get me with them rankings, and then ready for then the European, and then ready for next year for the world title shot. Or well, we'll see.
And that's what I'm saying. Where do you want to like position yourself in those world rankings? And are you going for any particular belt? And you're like, I don't care as long as I'm in the rankings. Or is there a belt that you really
I think
want?
at the minute, before my last fight, I was ranked top 10 with the WBA and IBO.
Oh, nice.
And then 13th with the IBF. Then since that fight, and I won the WBO Intercontinental from Steed. He was ranked 12th.
So you're in there now.
So I should. So, but the rankings aren't going to come out until the middle of next month. Well, the middle of this month. Middle of Feb. So when the rankings come out, I should be top 10 ranked with all governing bodies. Really, maybe not the WBC, but we'll have a look. But
it's nice though, because you're in a good position.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so your name is going to start to get
in a very good position. So it's a thing where, are we going to wait around for the British title defences if they're not all there, or are we going to push on for a European? So yeah, like I said, I'm in a great position at the minute. Again, I'm in no rush, but at the same time, I do want to push on. I do want to develop, and not just develop as in winning belts and winning titles, but developing my career as well. You only get better by fighting better fighters and stepping up. So, but yeah, got plenty. Again, I met last Saturday to meet my manager Kevin to discuss these things, but this got thrown on me instead. So yeah, we've not even discussed. So these questions you're asking me should have been answered 2 weeks ago.
You know what? But it's nice that you've got options. It's nice that you're in a position. Your hard work, the way you've been managed, and the way you've been promoted has shown that the stepping stones are working.
Yeah.
And all you needed was activity. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all every fighter needs.
All any boxer wants, yeah. And I'm can't be more active than 3 weeks later on. 3 weeks later on.
So listen, all the best. I'm going to leave you to your media commitments.
Appreciate it.
And I won't be apologising next time.
That's it. Well, exactly, you know now. Thank you.
People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.